Hey credit warriors, Credit Shifu here, and yes, I have made a travel booking. This is my first travel booking since the old Roni started back in March, and I booked our annual Christmas trip to go and see my parents back in the UK. Now, if you go to the UK at the moment, you do actually have to quarantine for 14 days, but this trip is in 3 months' time in December, so I am hoping that by then that requirement will not be a thing anymore. Hoping, okay? But even if it is still a thing, I mean, we're going there to see family anyway, so even if we do have to just spend 2 weeks at the house, I mean, we'll still get to celebrate Christmas together, and that's what we're going there for anyway. So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Now, I booked a very special new product, and that is the new British Airways business class, which is called the Club Suite, which they are currently slowly rolling out across the whole of British Airways' long-haul fleet. Now, we'll talk about how I use points for the booking in just a moment, but first I want to talk about how to find flights that have the new Club Suite, because it is a big improvement on British Airways' old business class. The seats have doors which close, touchscreen controls, really nice trim, and not to mention it's brand new. It'll have new plane smell. But as of 2020, only about 33% of the BA long-haul fleet have the new Club Suite installed. So just because you book business class doesn't mean you'll automatically get the brand new product. So how do you tell if your plane is going to have the new Club Suite installed? Well, I'll take you through my process and hopefully you can learn something from that for your own bookings. So I started with a Google search, just searching which British Airways routes have the new Club Suite, and I came across this article by a website called premiumflights.com detailing all of the routes that the new Club Suite product is flying on. Sure enough, the new Club Suite is available on BA 184 and 185 from New York to London Heathrow and back, but not every flight. So my next stop was expertflyer.com to take a look at the seat map. For BA 184, the night flight from New York to London, sure enough, the configuration was correct for the Club Suite. 4 seats across. So that was a score. Just for your reference, this is what the seat map would look like on BA's website with the seats angled, but you don't get to see this until after you book. But for the way back on expertflyer.com, the seat map is 7 seats across. At first, I was thinking I was looking at an economy seat map and double checked my search, but no, this is the seat map for the regular Club World business class, since the seats are staggered with some facing forward, some facing backward, so it does end up 7 across. Expert Flyer doesn't show you the forwards backwards thing. And here it is on BA's own website, and you can see that the seats are indeed staggered with every other seat facing back. So it's the same thing. If you see 7 across, it's the old business class on Expert Flyer. So I had confirmed that at least one of my flights would have the new business class and I'd be able to try it out and make a video about it. But just a note, nothing is guaranteed until the day of travel. They could put in a last-minute equipment change and bam, you're back in the old business class again. Of course, it could work the other way and they could change my flight back to the new business class, the new Club Suite, and then I get to try it out twice, which would be awesome. So just fingers crossed at this stage, please. Do not do an equipment change. All right, now let's get into how I did my booking, and some people are gonna laugh here at the terrible value I got for my points, but whatever. So I started making searches on BA's website and I started finding an enormous amount of award availability across all travel classes, with some flights not even telling you how many seats were left because there were just so many available. You can see business class doesn't tell you how many are left. You can see here first on this flight has 5 left, but under normal circumstances, you'd only be able to find 1. Finding 2 on the same flight would be like striking gold. But then I started looking at the value I would be getting for my points. So my whole itinerary for 4 people, 4 seats in business class, okay, the babies can't sit in our laps anymore, they're over 2 years old, so they have to have their own seat. That itinerary for 4 people would cost a little over $10,000. So that's $2,500 per seat, which actually is really, really good value if you're paying with money. In the past, I think it would be tough to find it under $3,000, $3,500, even $4,000, especially at Christmas, the peak travel season of the year. So $2,500 is insane value for that. And that's obviously because of the coronavirus pandemic. They're trying to get bums on seats, selling them at cheaper prices. Demand isn't high, supply and demand kind of thing. Now, originally I was gonna book with BA Avios, and me and Mrs. Credit Shifu have a really great way of amassing large numbers of British Airways Avios. I'll put that on screen now. So we both have Amex and Chase cards. On her Chase Freedom and Chase Freedom Unlimited cards, she transfers to my Sapphire Reserve, and then from there I transfer to BA. Then we each transfer to our own BA accounts from our Amex cards, but even though the points go to our individual BA accounts, we have a household account, so all the points end up pooled and we can all book something together. So I was all ready to make these transfers over, and here's another pro tip. Never transfer over to an airline until you've found award availability and you are 100% sure that you're going to book, okay? You don't want to get your points stuck there if you decide not to book, because you can't transfer back to your credit card. But like I said, then I took a look at the value I was getting out of my points, and because the prices are so low right now, after you've paid the taxes and fees using money and you pay the fare with the points, what you're actually getting is 1.5 cents per point in value or less, okay? So I was thinking, you know, if I'm getting 1.5 cents per point in value anyway, I might as well just go and book some of this through the Chase travel portal. So that's exactly what I did. I transferred over a load of points to my Chase Sapphire Reserve from my other Chase cards, which gets 1.5 cents in value booking travel through the portal. And I booked a flight for me and my daughter, baby credit shoo number 1, through the portal. I paid 118,000 points plus $3,367 for a flight for me and baby credit shoo number 1. I didn't have enough Chase points to pay the whole thing. Now there are 2 reasons as well for doing it this way. Well, I guess 3, because one is that I was actually getting better value through the Chase portal than I was getting through BA. But the other 2 reasons would be that you will earn Avios on the flight because it counts as like a paid booking, okay? It shows up on their end as Expedia. Chase's system uses Expedia. And 2, you will also earn status on the flight. The flight counts towards the next level of status. Now I did have BA bronze status, and actually look, there's my card right there. That doesn't mean anything anymore because I've already been kicked back down to blue. But yeah, I got kicked back down to blue because I didn't spend enough money with them or whatever. But with bronze, you actually get priority check-in and I think a free checked bag on domestic flights across the whole One World Alliance. So it's really useful actually for American Airlines because in US domestic, you can get a free checked bag, you can get business class check-in, whatever. So really, really good. So this flight will now count, both flights will count now towards getting me back up to bronze and maybe even to silver where you get One World Lounge access, etc. But then for the other half, Mrs. Credit Shoo and Baby Credit Shoo number 2, I had no choice but to transfer Amex points over to British Airways and book with Avios, and I got a terrible deal. I don't even want to mention how terrible it was here, okay? I think it was even less than 1.5 cents per point, maybe 1.25 cents or whatever, but just remember, it's only a terrible deal because the prices are so low right now, okay? Under normal circumstances, perhaps I would be getting 2 cents per point, okay? So just remember that. And that's probably why BA is actually selling Avios at a 50% bonus right now. I picked up about 9,000 Avios just to cover a slight shortfall I had. So, you know, I paid for 6,000 and I got 9,000, which was cool. Now you may think, why not just use money, okay? Because obviously the prices are really cheap. You wouldn't really want to part with those points at such a poor value. Why not just book with money? That would be great for some people, but personally, I'm booking 4 seats. I didn't want to blow $10,000 on this. I think if it was just one person, yeah, I would have booked with money, just myself. But yeah, you know, whatever discount I could get with points, I decided I'm going to go for it and get it. A little heartbreaking to part with so many points. I think I parted with about 300,000 or more points for this booking, so truly sad. But remember, it's only a bad deal because the prices are so low right now. Under normal circumstances, you'd be probably getting about 2 cents or even 3 cents per point in value. And my points balances right now are totally depleted. So guess what I did? I went and applied for the new Freedom Flex card with an 80,000 point sign up bonus. Okay, that $200 cashback or 20,000 points plus the 5% on grocery for a year. And you can get 60,000 points from that part as well. So it's 80,000 points in total. I'll put the link for that below in case you guys are interested in that as well. Also, the Chase Sapphire Preferred currently has a 80,000 point sign-up bonus, and they're also a transfer partner of BA. You can book British Airways, American Airlines, etc. So link for that below as well. All right, guys, please leave a comment on what you think about this booking. Share my pain at parting with my points at such a poor value. But you know, it's hard to be a father, and 2-year-olds and 4-year-olds, when they get on a plane, they deserve to turn left. So, you know, sometimes we just have to do this, go this extra mile for the love of our children. Anyway, guys, please subscribe if you're new. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.